Well, we're at Island Farm today in Manteo, and this was the first family on Roanoke Island, and this house is their first house, and it is the original building, built in 1847, so it's still here. It was donated by the family, and this is what a working farm in Roanoke would look like on the Outer Banks. 1847, 1850, around there. This house was built 1847. Some of the other buildings were recreated of what they exactly looked like. Oh, Kyle's showing us how a blacksmith worked.
Thank you.
How about that? Pretty cool.
Over here is the heating thing.
For a while, there was only one blacksmith on the whole island, so
Really?
I bet he made a lot of money. That's not what that is.
I know.
Okay, so this is what a blacksmith shop would look like in the 1800s.
Don't hit the tree. Nut crusher.
Colin would have been happy in the 1800s because he can have fun with anything. He plays with freaking boxes at home. So this swing, he'd be out here on this swing for hours.
Can I need to see if I can get some good height?
Well, actually, no, he wouldn't. He'd be working on the farm. He'd be working the farm. I'll bet they grew tobacco leaves and stuff. What do you think that was, Kelly? I'll have to ask her then. And here's Colin trying to talk to some chickens. Don't chase them.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get to pet them.
Chickens are hard to catch unless you have food.
There's some chickens in here.
Okay, here's another building. I'm not sure what's in here, what exactly they did in here. This is the chicken coop here. And here's our little buddy right here. Just pet him. I only have so much tape, Colin.
I know, but he looks like he has an evil face. Nah, you pet him. Here, I'll get a videotape. You pet
No,
him.
they're pretty friendly.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Shut up, chicken. You pet him.
See any food in here you can feed them? Chickens still a little bit of peck on here. What they did was, this is an old rain barrel, rain barrel. They would catch the rain to save on to get their water, and they would run down off the gutter.
Dad, watch.
To the pole, to the barrel, and then into the livestock's
Dad, look.
feed.
How was that, guys? Watch.
There you go. You got some water to drink. They do. You used to use a little gourd as the thing. Pretty cool, huh?
Very unusual to work in ox like this for fitness bullshit and most oxen are trained to work in a wooden yoke under their neck.
What's the other ox doing?
Well, she's not an ox. To be an ox, they have to be a working cattle. That's all an ox is. It's a cattle that's been trained to work, an educated cattle.
Like this one?
Yeah. So he's an ox because he's been taught to work, taught to pull a wagon or plow. Our other cattle is the proper term for collected the males and the females, not cows. And I'll tell you why. Common uses, we call them all cows, but technically the cows are only the females after they give birth. After they've had a calf, then the females are called cows. That's when they start to give milk. Until then, until they have a baby, they're known as heifers. And that female we have in our pasture, she's a heifer. Her name is Roxy. So that means she's never had a baby. The boys, besides being also cattle, are known as bulls when they're born. And if you leave them that way, the way they're born, they'll be bulls all their life. Charlie here is not a bull anymore. He's what we call a steer. A steer is a male who started out as a bull, and he was castrated. That means he was fixed so that he can't make babies.
Yeah.
That's what a steer is. A steer is a male. He's no longer a bull. And then what makes him an ox is just the fact that he's been trained to work. So now that's a little bit of lesson on cattle terminology for you.
I always thought they were just called cows.
Yeah, collectively, common usage, we call them cows.
So this is supposedly, this is the cook's house. Okay, we got the fireplace here. This is the cook's house, and we can go upstairs and see his living quarters. Okay.
Watch your head, come slow.
Okay, wow, so he didn't have much to do. There's his bed, with bedside stand with his water.
Dad, I learned at Landis Valley when they made it out of hay. Most of the people who laid on hay beds like this would get bed bugs and funky stuff.
Yeah. Here's some of the older utensils that they used to use. We have some silverware here.
What's this stuff? They make this stuff.
And this is a butter churn. Oh, look at that. Candle, because they didn't have electricity. Yeah. Colin, show us how the butter churn worked. Colin's making butter.
Stuff.
How about that?
This one might be a little bit...
We're going to make a cookhouse for your mom.
This one looks like it was made in like the 1800s. This one's new.
Uh-huh.
They would always do whites first and then colors. So what they would do is they would rub it in with the soap, like that, and get it all soaped up. And then just scrub it until it was clean. You want to try it? Be careful because it's awful deep.
Wow. Con, you want to do that? You.
Yeah. That was.
Well, let me ask you, what kind of material was your clothes made out of? Because that has got to beat the heck out of
cotton and satin.
Okay. Well, how did that hold up to? Because that's a beating on clothes. I mean, it really is.
Yeah. Held up even using the sly soap. That's all they had.
Because there's no gentle cycle on that at all.
No, just your hand. And Mrs. Etheridge could have done her delicates by her, on her own.
My hands
just to make sure things were done. Then you would throw it into the hot pot and let the white sit in there for about 45 minutes. Colors about 30 to get all the soap and the loosened up dirt out of it. And then you would be real careful because you're going to get soaking wet if you're not more gentle. And then you would use a stick, get it out, and then transfer it over here to the cool pot so you could wring it out, and then hang it on a fence.
Wow.
It depended on what Mrs. Etheridge wanted washed on how long the day would last.
Okay.
She might have decided, in spring that she wanted her curtains done. So of course that's going to take longer. Diapers, the child would just urinate in them, and they would hang them on the fence post and let them dry and stick them right back on them again. When they did the other, they would pre-soak them, and when wash day came, they would wash them. They wouldn't make any special attempt to wash diapers.
Wow.
Yep.
My hands all soapy.
You want to try? You want to scrub some clothes, Colin?
Sure, my hands are going to be clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Stick them in there.
My hands are...
Go ahead. Try it. That's.
There you go. All done.
Again, it's so big.
Good, Colin. It's a lot different than just throwing them in the wash at home,
I
isn't
think
it?
the wash is easier.
They had washed women here on the island. Maybe their husband had passed away, and it was customary for them to go through a year mourning. So they could have had that could have been their occupation to bring money in. If there was a single man who didn't have a wife, he may have hired this woman to come do his laundry, whether she would do it at his house or she could have brought it back to her house to do it. If your daughter would have helped you do the laundry.
I think she's...
You gotta find the hot size of
Colin is in the outhouse here,
Not that.
and there's 3 different holes for 3 different sized butts.
Okay, that might.
And Colin's in the biggest one. He's got a tiny butt, so that actually was the smallest hole, Colin.
I think that one.
All right, well there, that's the outhouse.
Let's see this big one. This big one might fit my butt.
All right, well here we go. Colin's sitting in the outhouse. 3 across. The smokehouse, Colin.
Why is there ice in here?
It's salt.
It's salt.
They would salt meat.
This is how they would smoke it. They would put it in here.
Smoke it, and then you'd pack it in the salt.
See, you'd pack it in there.
Oh, there's fish in there.
See, look,
Well,
look
it's
up
fake, not
above.
real fish.
I know.
Look up above, Colin. See?
That's how they would do it then.
Yeah.
They'd salt the meat, and then you would hang
You
up the
open
meat,
that smelly.
and this meat would be good, and you would salt. Well, yeah. See, those are pieces of fish.
Are they really?
Yeah,
They
they're
are?
pieces of fish because they're salted, and then it would keep for a very long time.
Beef jerky.
Fish jerky, yep, because they didn't have refrigerators, so they would
real-
salt it. Yeah,
Real piece of fish.
so they
That's
would
real
salt
ham?
it. It's real ham. Yep, you can still buy it that way if you want. You can still make it. We will check out. This is where the slaves would stay. The Etheridge farm owned slaves.
Watch where you walk.
Oh, and the historian here at Island Farm, at the Etheridge Farm, told us that he would buy whole families of slaves. He would keep families together. And over there, behind her at the cook's house, there they had a cook for 70 years, and she was a free black woman named Chrissy. And she actually, while he owned slaves, she would cook for the Etheridges and for the slaves, even though she was free. And she was born free, and she stayed here on cook for 70 years.
I can hear you in there on the other side.
And they don't know too much about the slaves because they didn't keep too much record on the slaves, but you know that from your history.
What's that?
Just some,
Pipe.
yeah, alright, let's check out the other side. This was the sleeping quarters of the slaves, the slave house, I suppose. And this Chrissy, who was a free black woman, would cook for the Etheridges. They'd probably get the
She
best
cooked over
food.
there, though.
Yeah, she cooked over there in the cookhouse, like I said, and she'd also cook for the slaves. Which I don't know if it got awkward or if she was able to take care of the slaves or what.
Looking at that.
Okay, here's some child's toys. I guess they made their toys themselves for something to play with. That's pretty neat.
Look, right there's another window for the bedroom. You can open the bedroom window.
Wow, look at that, some old shoes.
I wonder if
And
they're
there,
real.
this is portraying the farm between 1847 and 1850.
So some slaves were there.
Go.
Yeah, no, I saw them.
We need that for our couch. Yeah, we need that for our couch to get that damn cat hair up. Okay, so that was the slave house, and I gave you a little bit of information about the slaves.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
And this is Charlie the oxen. That's Roxy in the background, and today's Charlie's birthday.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
How old is he?
7.
He's 7 today,
Happy birthday. Come here, Charlie.
and he's got an itch.
Charlie.
But he took us on a little wagon ride around the farm.
Yeah. Charlie. Charlie's got an itch. Charlie's got a birthday itch. Charlie.
He made him work on his birthday.
Charlie.
The Etheridge family graveyard.
1949.
Yeah, there's some new ones here. I guess the whole family's buried here. But this is the Etheridge family gravesite
How old was Benjamin? 1875?
from 1949. There's Etheridges all over this island that still live here.
Look, they have old stones here that can't even be read.
So this is the Etheridge family cemetery.
I'm surprised some of them are still in head. Look at this one.
Okay, so we're in the, this is actually the original building for the Etheridge family farm.
I learned how to do that freaky thing where you tie it and then you go shh.
Oh, they got everything out there. We'll try it then, Colin.
Let me see. Is this an actual piece of soap?
Yeah, they used to wash themselves.
I mean, do you think this is an actual piece of soap?
Could be, yeah.
1800s.
Could be.
They made their own soap.
You can feel it. Here, look. Flooring. Make candles.
Make your own.
This is obviously
Wow, okay, so this is the original Etheridge family farmhouse. Just thought I'd show you a quick look around here. I mean, this is the actual original building. This isn't a replica. This is all original. There may be some replicas in here, but the house is the original building. And I thought that was really neat.
You know what I like about sheets?
Hey Mom, this is a new thing. Little clothes for the dolls.
The Etheridge family farm. Kelly. Get yourself some dolls. They made their toys. Back then you could keep your hunting rifle just set in the corner ready to go.
Can you make a pot of gold?
Okay, we'll go upstairs and check out the upstairs of the Etheridge farmhouse. Colin working on his loom. If he can ever figure out how it works. Colin working on a loom. Wow, then you just go to bed. Kind of a nice view. Come over in the other. Oh, there's only 2 bedrooms up here.
Little crib.
Okay, we got the little bed here. Oh, look, you'd actually just slide it underneath the bed when you
Didn't need it.
get up. Yeah. Got that. I guess this is the 1-room bedroom house. Old dominoes. Some old kids games. Because they did for fun at night before we had Nintendo and PlayStation. Crib. A nice fireplace up here. Like I said, it looked like this was 1 bedroom and they had another bed in there with the loom.
Here. This is the ladies lived in.
Oh, I don't know if I could sleep in that every night.
Is there a piece of chalk here?
No.
Okay, well that was the Etheridge family farmhouse. Original, not replica. Very cool. Right out here in Manteo on Roanoke Island.
Sight.
Right in the Outer Banks.
And you can use just your hand if you want to. This is the more harder way. So really turn so that you're using the same hand.
Why don't you put it on this side?
Yeah, if you're more comfortable.
This is hard on my leg.
There you go.
Harder than it looks.
Mark, get set, go.
Eh. Eh.
Oh, you crashed into me.
Colin, what the? Colin, you
They did on his class trip.
I did.
look at her. She's good at it. Look, Colin. Keep it straight.
Oh, I got it. Oh.
You're going the wrong way. Oh yeah, that.
Dress on and I'm old enough to be your grandma.
Oh my gosh, Colin.
You can't do it either.
Your grandmother just beat you. Your grandmother just beat you. That's funny.
You try.
You know what? You go on that side.
There.
Alright, here we go. Let's try it.
Ready?
Go.
Keep going. Keep going. I got it.
You just go around circles.
I'll beat you over.
This guy's gonna knock himself out.
Got it. Yes.
And you play the same game also. Put them both inside and then turn it like this. So it's a gentle motion of tossing and pulling those apart at the same time.
Yeah, where the fire.
Very good.
Wow.
Now you can toss it to him.
Alright.
If you go,
So you go out of this parking lot, take a left.
Very good.
Okay, then.
So yeah.
Well,
Hey!
well,
Now if
alright.
you're really good, you get two going at the same time. You won't do that.
Okay, there we go.
Now y'all got it. Y'all can go back and forth. You're gonna make him run for that, aren't you?
Like a
Baseball.
Oh,
They have all kinds of
I kind of like when they toss
what's this?
it.
What's this
Yeah.
monkey?
Tug of war.
What's
But back
Oh,
then,
here we go.
they called it England and France. They were
Oh,
always
of course,
fighting.
right.
I'm English.
I get that. I don't want to be France.
Too bad, I'm English. Hey, let's go, punk.
Watch out, don't fall in those stops over there.
All right, it's no contest. That's the only time France is going to win, buddy.
This is that.
this was the farm, and that was
Adam and Fanny Guthrie built this house.
You want to try it? Oh, you can turn that on. Oh, he's going on YouTube.